आज महिलाएं निर्भर नहीं हैं, वह हर मामले में आत्मनिर्भर और स्वतंत्र है। आज के समय में महिलाओं और पुरुष को एक समान माना जाता है। महिलाएं हर क्षेत्र में अपना योगदान देकर आगे बढ़ रही है और इस तरह सफलता की बुलंदियों को छू रही है। ऐसी ही सफलता की कहानियों पर आधारित है हमारा कार्यक्रम नेत्री, महिला सांसद और उनकी कहानियां। नमस्कार, स्वागत है आप सभी का हमारे विशेष कार्यक्रम नेत्री, महिला सांसद और उनकी कहानियां में। मैं हूं शाइना एनसी और आज हमारे साथ मौजूद है एस ज्योतिमणि जी, जो करूर तमिलनाडु से लोकसभा सांसद है। ज्योति जी, बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आपका।
वणक्कम।
चर्चा शुरू करने से पहले आइए दर्शकों को उनकी जीवन के अब तक की सफर की एक झलक दिखाते हैं।
ज्योतिमणि सेनीमलाई का जन्म 9 अगस्त 1975 को पेरिया थिरुमंगलम, कुडलूर, तमिलनाडु में एक किसान परिवार में हुआ। उन्होंने अपनी मास्टर ऑफ आर्ट्स और मास्टर ऑफ फिलॉसफी की डिग्री अन्नामलाई विश्वविद्यालय से प्राप्त की। ज्योतिमणि एक भारतीय नेता, लेखक और सामाजिक कार्यकर्ता हैं। उन्होंने 2006 में अमेरिका में आयोजित अमेरिकन काउंसिल फॉर पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स और मलेशिया में एशियन यंग लीडर्स जैसे अंतर्राष्ट्रीय मंचों पर भारतीय युवा कांग्रेस का प्रतिनिधित्व किया है। उन्हें 2010 में नई दिल्ली में आयोजित एशियन वुमेन लीडर्स मीट के लिए चुना गया था। वे 2019 में करूर, तमिलनाडु से लोकसभा के लिए चुनी गईं।
ज्योति जी, बहुत सारे सवाल उठते हैं। आप बहुत कम उम्र में राजनीति में आए। When you were very young, you entered politics. Was this a mission? Was this a plan? Or was this coincidence?
Just I was finished my college. So in my village, my mother was not well in that year, so she got an operation, so I was staying with her. So that is the first time, though I born and brought up in the same village, I realized how the villages are divided into two. In my own village, the Dalit colony, which is set aside after the road, they don't have an access to drinking water. That actually shook me, because these are all the people walking in the same village fields. They are the one actually who built everything around that village, but there is a overflowing drinking water in that village. They couldn't have an access to drinking water. Something struck me very badly.
दलित समाज के साथ हमेशा हमने अन्याय देखा है। क्या आपको लगता है कि तमिलनाडु में इस मुद्दे को उठाने के लिए बहुत कम लोगों ने नेतृत्व किया, या सभी ने सिर्फ दलितों के लिए नेतृत्व किया?
Tamil Nadu is something our politics is built around social justice. We give lot of importance to vulnerable section, but despite that, actually the society is basically casteist. It got sometimes now it's much better, but I'm talking about 25 years back. So that was the time. Then I thought, actually, if I have a power, I can resolve this issue. It's a kind of, my politics is kind of an act against injustice. It's an instant act against injustice. So first I thought, I have a power, I can win an election, then I can resolve that issue. Then second problem comes, how you will how you will get that power, and how you will contest election. So because I came from a very non-political family, we are from an agriculture family. None of family members or relatives, someone whom I know, even in distant, be in politics.
आपके पिताजी बहुत कम उम्र में गुजर गए ना? Your father died at a young age, and then you had to take on that responsibility too. So
my mother took all the responsibility. I never shouldered any responsibility till I get into politics, because my mother is someone, she's very strong. She's very compassionate, not only with me, all other people. She is the one actually behind what I am now. So she is her father was a Gandhian, so she strictly followed Gandhian principle. My father was a DK person, Dravidar Kalagam, which is against the beliefs of God. So my father is a atheist. My mother is a strong follower. So it's
So you had two ideologies at home and you had to decide which one.
and which one. And but one good thing is my mother never changed what she is just because of my father's belief is different. My father never tried to impose his views on my
views on
mother.
your mother.
So the democratic setup was at
Was
home
there at
in
home,
the
and that's
young
what
age.
carried forward.
But there is always the gender issues. This and all will be there. It's ours also very feudal agricultural
yes,
family.
yes.
So my father, because he is a staunch follower of Periyar and he's an atheist, and he has a firm view on women empowerment. But I will not say that apply to his wife, but he feels that strictly apply to his daughter.
आप राजनीति में आए बहुत कम उम्र में और बहुत कम महिलाएं जिन्होंने ठान लिया कि शादी नहीं करना है, परिवार को नहीं देखना है, प्रोफेशन के ऊपर ज़्यादा न फोकस करते हुए आपको लिखना पसंद आता था। आपके बचपन के बारे में बताएं।
See, my childhood was full of happiness. That's just because of my mother. So she never tells me I am a girl child, I should not do this, I should do this. So those kind of sermons never was at my home. So I am a very independent child. I love to play, I love to climb trees.
Yeah.
So I love to go around the forest alone. So I love to play with my friends. I also like to read a lot. Whatever in the vicinity of my eyes, I'll just start reading those things.
Jyoti ji, tell me about your journey in politics. Why did you choose the Indian National Congress? Why did you have so many challenges? You fought an election, you lost that election. वो election हारने के बावजूद आपने ठान लिया कि आपको आगे बढ़ना है राजनीति में और उसी दल के साथ। तो आप बताइए कि जब महिला सक्षम रूप से राजनीति में आती है, वो challenges क्या होते हैं?
See, for women into politics itself a challenge.
Yes.
Because we are in a society where actually politics is perceived to be a male domain.
It is.
And then even you get into politics, you should have some background. Either you should have a financial background, or you should have a political background, or you should know somebody in politics.
Yes.
So I have none of this. But how there is an opportunity when I decide to enter into politics, because that was the first time Panchayat election happening after 20 years gap in my state, and under the Panchayat Raj Act. So the Panchayat Raj Act provides 33% reservation for women. So I used to tell many people in my party, actually my real leader is Rajiv Gandhi. So until he envision the Panchayat Raj with women reservation, I might not get an opportunity to fight an election.
क्या आप महिला आरक्षण के लिए खुद संघर्ष करेगी या आपको लगता है कि हो गया जो होना था?
Of course, yes. But I am not a supporter of 33% women reservation. I am a supporter of 50% women reservation. So we are a 50% of the population, and we have proved our mettle time and again in all other fields. We have great leader like Indira Gandhi, who was very visible in the world galaxy of leaders. So many people from other political parties, women, who have proved their mettle across the party line. So we are nowhere inferior to any men. So it's our rightful claim that 50% of women should be in our parliament and legislative assemblies. So even 33% reservation was provided in the Panchayat Raj. But now it's all the state governments, almost most of the state governments has increased to 50% reservation.
बहुत सारे लोगों का ये कहना है कि महिलाओं ने महिला का समर्थन नहीं किया राजनीति में। मैं परिवार की बात नहीं कर रही हूँ, आपकी माँ ने आपको सपोर्ट किया, शायद आपको एक मौका मिला। क्या आपने ये महसूस किया है कि राजनीति में और आपके दल में महिलाओं ने महिलाओं का समर्थन नहीं किया?
Frankly, that's the theory floated by men. I don't think any woman has floated the theory. See, in my experience, I have so many women friends from my mother, even women politicians from other parties stood by me many of the times. Even the same with me, irrespective of party line. I appreciate women into politics. I admire them doing really great job. We may coming from a different political parties. Even I admire you a lot. You might not be from the my party, but I admire you a lot. I admire many other women.
And likewise.
Yeah, thank you. So So I like many women from other parties. Even the constituency, when you go to self-help groups. Even before I got into politics, I have a great fan of the self-help groups. So I see women actually stand in solidarity with other women.
आपकी राजनीति करने का ढंग बहुत अलग है अन्य नेताओं से। आपने एक प्री इलेक्शन कैंपेन किया, बहुत सारा ट्रैक्शन मिला सोशल मीडिया पे। पूरे देश में किसी ने भी ऐसा कैंपेन नहीं किया। आपके मन में ये कैसा आया कि आपको एक प्री इलेक्शन कैंपेन करना चाहिए और उसके नतीजे शायद आपके पक्ष में आए या न आए, उसको न सोचते हुए आपने क्या इसकी भूमिका क्या है?
See, two things actually influenced me to take that call. One is in 2006, I was in US.
Yeah.
So it's an American Council for Young Political Leaders organization I went. So we closely interacted with Democratic politicians, Republican politicians. We closely observe how the American political system runs. I like the idea of primary. Even within your party, it empowers your cadres, even those who want to enroll within
irrespective
the party.
of the results.
Yeah, irrespective of the result. I feel democracy has to improve itself a lot. So I feel it's a very deepest form of democracy when a candidate is chosen by a vote. Second thing, when I interacted with Mr. Rahul Gandhi, so he is a big visionary man into politics. He always tried to break the status quo. So he used to say that actually why can't we run a primary within our party? Because we should give the cadre in the last mile, even those who want to register their voice within any political party from the public, we should give an opportunity. That is how we can deepen the democracy. We indeed 2014 actually we have done 20 constituencies pre-election campaign from the Congress party. So I went further deep to people. So when I went to seek my first pre-election campaign back in 2016, so I found people like the idea. Even before contesting an election, you are going and asking your electorate whether
What
you
do they
like
want?
it me or
And
not,
whether
whether
they
I
like
can
you.
contest election or not. Because end of the day, they are the one who are going to elect you. So in 2000, we had done a 9 months of pre-election campaign that I convinced myself that Tamil Nadu is actually many people feels that only you have a lot of money, only you can contest elections. But that my entire pre-election campaign of 9 months made me to understand money has nothing to do with your politics. End of the day, you have to tell your people, you have to convince your people that who
And
you
communicate.
are, what you stands for. Then people will definitely support you. That one thing has happened. Despite I don't get the ticket because we were in alliance with DMK.
You didn't get the ticket and
Yeah.
there was a lot of uproar about
Yeah.
it.
Because that it's no fault of anyone because the seat went to DMK that time. So they were our alliance partner. So I couldn't get the ticket. But despite I couldn't get the ticket, people felt I'm someone close to their heart. That actually helped me in this election, 2019 election. The real campaign starts from the constituency, from my home constituency, where I did a pre-election campaign. They were the first campaigner for me. She is our girl, she did this, she did that, so you have to vote for her. So that campaign, my entire 2019 campaign became a political movement.
क्या आपको लगता है कि हिंदी न बोलने के लिए एक अड़चन होती है कभी कभार? ट्रांसलेशंस तो होते हैं पार्लियामेंट में, लेकिन जो आपको लगे कि एज एन इंडियन सिटीजन हिंदी जानना भी बहुत ज़रूरी है तमिल और इंग्लिश के साथ?
See, I personally feel my Indian citizenship has nothing to do with my language. See, because we in Tamil Nadu follow 2 language policy, Tamil and English, and we deeply respect other languages, somebody's mother tongue. Even someone comes to Tamil Nadu, a lot of migrant laborers comes and works in Tamil Nadu. We never thought that they are Hindi speaking people. We are thinking that they are Indians, our fellow citizens. They are from Bihar, they are from UP, they are from West Bengal, they are from Odisha. So in my entire political life of 25 years, I never felt language is a barrier to your work. You are genuine, you are compassionate, you are honest. That itself a language in politics. So I don't feel anything I don't get just because I don't know Hindi. Even in Congress party, I had a national role earlier. I look after many states for Youth Congress. Even I go to Assam, I go to Meghalaya, I go to Andhra Pradesh, I go to various other states. Then I go and talk to the people in their language. I never tell them that you have to speak in English because I just know English. I'll just tell them you speak your mother tongue. I'll get it translated and correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
So India is a union of
Very
states,
diverse.
very diverse. Probably India is the only country in the world with such a diversity.
Yes.
We need to celebrate our diversity because our strength lies in our diversity, I feel.
वक्त आ गया है एक छोटे से ब्रेक का। ब्रेक के बाद भी बातचीत के इस सिलसिले को आगे बढ़ाएंगे।
तुम्हारे वाखन चोर ने और उसकी टोली ने सारा आतंक मना कर रखा है।
भैया तुम्हें मुझसे अधिक कॉपियों पर विश्वास है?
माखन की मटकी में ज्ञान का सागर। देखिए बाल कृष्ण सोमवार से शुक्रवार रात 9 बजे सिर्फ डीडी नेशनल पर।
ज्योतिमणि जी, आपने इंटर्नशिप्स और फेलोशिप्स प्रोग्राम भी लिया है। क्या आपको लगता है कि युवा जो राजनीति और राजनेता को एक परिप्रेक्ष्य में देख रहे हैं कि उनको राजनीति से कुछ दिलचस्पी नहीं है, घृणा है, नफरत होती है नेताओं से, आपने इस भूमिका को बदला है?
See, the internship idea I borrow from US. As I told you earlier, when I was on a trip to US, a political trip, then I found that where the people representative from all other parties, they had an office with interns. Of course, the interns paid by the US governments, so they are the one actually who go to the field and collect data and found out what are the issues and coming with the very innovative solutions. When I coming back to India, I was thinking about that why people like me didn't get an opportunity to work with any MP, any MLA or any other leader. So it's also an experience, and also that MP, MLA or leader's office also will get new innovative ideas. It's not that just because of we are an MP, just because I am an MP, I don't think I have all wisdom in my head.
Yeah.
Because there are various other people, maybe the younger people, they might
have the
have bring
ideas.
new solutions because we are generation apart. But we are representing all the people from child to old people. So I thought the internship opportunities never been available in India. When I come to Delhi, I found there is fellowship like LAMP. But that strictly work with only in a policy issues, not in the field. That also very affluent people who studied in a very big institution, they only know about this kind of internships. So I thought it's important for people like me to give an opportunity to young people, those who are not coming from a so privileged background, otherwise don't think about politics or a public policy or a field work is not their cup of tea. So when we announced the internship, we never thought it could have been such a huge hit. We stunned by the response. Then Tamil Nadu, beyond the people who actually applied for intern, it actually within as a society it's gone viral. Many people call me that actually what is this? You give an internship to politics is something is new. So I really understand actually society is ready to receive any innovative ideas. We the politicians actually should raise up to the mark.
ज्योति जी, जब आप कैंपेन कर रहे थे तो काफ़ी सेक्सिस्ट कमेंट्स भी किए गए। क्या आपको लगता है कि हर महिला जो संसद पहुंचना चाहती है उनको ये कहीं ना कहीं ये अनुभव या मैं कहूँ कि ये बैड एक्सपीरियंसेस शेयर करना पड़ता है, या आपको लगता है कि कभी कभार आपको चुप्पी रखना चाहिए या बोलना चाहिए इसके बारे में?
It's not only me. Across the globe, all the women politicians goes through this sexist comments. Sometimes it's go beyond the limit. I have been through many such incidents. But how I see it, these are all the comments thrown at you just to put you down. But I am not someone actually who cow down by those kind of comments. I use that comments to show to them who really I am. I put those comments in the public domain, and I politely write a letter, actually you should not do this, because you cannot make me feel very inferior by telling me I am a woman and making sexist comments. You cannot chase me out of politics. Every comments makes me strong, because I always feel, why should we worry about it? That shows the character of the person who actually made that kind of comments against you. So you have nothing to do with this. So I deal in a way that actually I have nothing to do with the comments. Then I am also not someone actually who can be disturbed by those kind of comments. Now actually after people started knowing my real will, I think comments are actually reduced to 70-80%.
जब ज्योति मनी जी राजनीति में अपने क्षेत्र में करूर में काम नहीं कर रही है, तो आपके हॉबीज क्या हैं?
See, I love to read, I love to travel, I love to spend time with children, I love pets.
Why didn't you marry?
It's not purposely which I did something like that. It didn't come across my way, that's it. I want to do full-time public service. See, as you said, I started very young age, 21. At 6 o'clock when you wake up, actually you found people at your door. So you need to go on at 11 o'clock in the night. So I'm a full-time politician. I do lot of field work. Even before I got elected as an MP, I used to be busy like this only. So it's just not coming across to me. Not a very big decision and all.
आप पहले इलेक्शन असेंबली में आप हारे, उसके बावजूद आपको क्या पता था कि आप संसद तक पहुंच जाएंगे?
I never, because I always wanted to fight an assembly election only. I never wanted to be in national politics. I never wanted to become an MP. But my party feels that I should contest an MP election and I should be in the parliament. Then I take that opportunity. But now I feel that actually it also gives you a larger platform to understand the idea of India. You work with other MPs across the political platform from across the country. That also makes you understand the idea of India better.
कौन से ऐसे मुद्दे हैं जिनको आपने उजागर किया है पार्लियामेंट में, जहां आपको लगता है कि करूर क्षेत्र को फर्क पड़ा है?
Raise all kind of issues, because one thing I did immediately after I got elected, we have around 6,800 villages. I traveled almost all 6,300 villages. We have quite a few villages left due to COVID. I couldn't make it. So I understand what are all the issues going on in my constituency very deeply, data-wise. So I put forward those kind of questions. I take up those issues to the ministers. Some of them got it resolved. Thankful to them.
आप बहुत लोकप्रिय हैं सोशल मीडिया पे, बहुत सारे हैशटैग्स भी चलाते हैं. शायद बहुत कम लोग हैं जिनको इतना ट्रैक्शन मिलता है. क्या ये एक रणनीति थी या it just happened on the way?
It just happened all the way, because unlike other politicians, I don't have any social media team. Okay. I myself tweet. You sometimes understand, morning I did something, I end up in tweeting it next day morning. Okay. So in social media, I speak my mind. As a person, I speak my mind. I stand up for values which I believe. I never compromised those things. Maybe youth in Tamil Nadu likes me a lot for that. And whenever, as you said, this kind of sexist remarks, or I go through this kind of campaigns against me, then it was a social media like a first family. They stood by me and they started doing hashtag in support of me. So my visibility is, I believe actually what I stands for.
ज्योति मनी जी, जाते जाते आपके लोकल लैंग्वेज में आप कुछ संदेश देना चाहते हैं उन महिलाओं के लिए जो देख रही है ये कार्यक्रम, जो आपके जैसे बनना चाहती है, जो आपके जैसे नेत्री बनना चाहती है और स्वाभाविक रूप से राजनीति में प्रवेश करना चाहती है?
I just want to share one poetry from a Bharadiyar. அச்சமில்லை அச்சமில்லை அச்சம் என்பதில்லையே, உச்சி மீது வானிடிந்து வீழுகின்ற போதிலும் அச்சமில்லை அச்சமில்லை அச்சம் என்பதில்லையே. No fear, no fear, no fear. Even the sky fell on your head, there is no fear. So that's what women politicians like us would like to tell this world. We are here without any fear. We also don't need any favor. Leave us what we are and accept us what we are.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कि आपने इस कार्यक्रम में भाग लिया. एस ज्योतिमणि जी की कहानी आम महिलाओं को जीवन में आगे बढ़ने की प्रेरणा देती है। आज समाज में महिलाओं के प्रति सोच बदलने की जरूरत है, तभी हमारा देश सही मायने में शक्तिशाली और विकसित देश बन पाएगा। आज शो में बस इतना ही, फिर मिलेंगे किसी और महिला सांसद से और जानेंगे उनकी जीवन की दिलचस्प कहानी। मुझे अनुमति दे, नमस्कार।